So this is the lower body or hip mobilizers. Now as you see, we're starting off on all fours with one leg stretched out to the side, all 5 toes pointing forward with your foot as flat on the floor as possible. So you're just going to very gently and softly rock backwards onto or towards your foot rather, and you'll feel quite a tight pull through the inside of your straight leg. So here on my right leg, that's what I can feel working. And again, as with everything, we're going to be keeping things very, very simple and just going through 5 repetitions of each move. Obviously with the leg ones, we're going to be doing 5 on each side. Obviously very important, I kind of guess they're saying don't force anything. If it hurts or feels painful or uncomfortable, seek advice, so send me a text or a message and we'll see what we can do. Okay, into a hip flexor stretch. Now what you need to do here is go in this 90-90 position with your knees. And you just saw me adjust my hip position there. So I'm actually kind of trying to drop my tailbone down. Now that gives me a stretch from the middle of my back quad, so my right quad, through to the front of my hip. Now it's out of shot obviously. But as I am pushing my hip forward, I'm actually at the same time then reaching the same arm and reaching behind me. So my eyes are on my fingers. I'm trying to take my body, if you imagine my left leg through to my left arm, I'm trying to make it into a C shape. And you feel this really quite nice stretch through the front of my left leg as it is here on the video. This is a great stretch if you spend a lot of time seated. Really opens up the front of your pelvis. This is a hamstring stretch. Again, we're keeping the movement going. Now my fingertips are just lightly resting on the floor. If you find that's too difficult, keep the same movement going, but just with your hands lifted and up onto either on your knee or onto a table or a chair beside you. So you can just lift up, but we're sort of trying to gently lengthen the back of this straight leg. Same thing on this opposite side, so just a light touch with my fingers. I'm going to keep my head kind of down low. Now breathing wise, as I push back and straighten my leg out, that's when I'm going to exhale. I'm not going to force it, just going to feel about a 6 out of 10 level of discomfort. So it's not hurting, it's not causing any pain. But I can just feel the pull. Okay. And this is a great one here. So we're just back onto all fours. And I'm just pivoting my hips from side to side. Again, what's really key here is that you don't force this. It's just a very gentle release of the side of your hip. You'll find that as you do more and more, you'll get closer and closer to the floor. But certainly don't expect to get anywhere near this low when you first do this. Just let your body just work with itself and say keep everything comfortable, but that you can still feel a bit of a pull. Again, just a minute to go. Now, this is coming to our last one. So we're going to be lying flat onto the floor. One leg lifted. Now your arms need to be out to the side here. Now your arms are acting as a base. So you're only going to allow your knee to roll across, as you see here, to the point where your shoulder, see my arm is there, starts to lift up on my left arm. So that's me taking it far enough. And again, what I'm feeling here is a bit of a pull through my lower back, but more importantly down the outside of my left butt cheek, the leg that's moving. 5 on each side. Okay, so that just that very small lift in my shoulder and my arm. That has not gone far enough. Just breathing out as my knee comes towards the floor. Okay, so that's the lower body mobilizers. So we're going to basically take those two and then just alternate. So you can do one day of the upper body, one day of the lower, and just alternate as the week goes on.